Alison Whitmire, organizer and curator of TEDxRockCreekPark, here to talk to you about what makes a TED Talk different. Now by now you've seen my article on what makes a great TED Talk great, and this is not that. This is what makes a TED Talk different. TED Talks are its own animal. There's nothing else like it in the world. There are many great keynote speakers who get 5 figures for the talks they give to corporations, and they come to a TED stage or a TEDx stage and think they can give the same talk the same way, only shorter. And that does not work. The result is very few views. And what's happening is they're not recognizing what makes a TED Talk different, how their TED stage presentation is different than what they do on a corporate stage. And I'm here to talk to you about what those 5 things are that make a TED Talk different. Item number 1. Giving a TED Talk starts out like you're walking into the middle of a movie. Most corporate speakers start by talking to you about what they had on the plane to eat or who they met in the lobby, and they go on and on, like very conversational. A TED Talk is not that. When you start a TED Talk, you just start. You start almost like without all of that entry, you start with the meat. Second, the audience for your talk is not just the audience that's in front of you. It's the millions of viewers that are going to see your talk. That's why it's so important that when you start the way you want the millions of viewers to see you start. And not just the people in the audience. Item number 3. A TED Talk is just a sugary nugget of an idea. It's just the very sweetest, most essence of your idea. It's not so much about application, it's not so much about execution, and it's not so much about the context in which the idea will be employed. It's the idea itself, which links to the 4th difference, is that it's a universal idea. A great TED Talk presents an idea in such a uniform, universal manner that it can be applied to individuals, it can be applied to companies, it can be applied in the US, it can be applied throughout the world. It's a universal concept that anyone can grasp, anywhere in the world. And the last item, in a TED Talk, every single word matters. So make every word intentional. You only have 10 minutes, and while I wouldn't in any way recommend that you memorize your talk, or you try to write down every single word, that's going to potentially sound robotic. And what you do want to do is have gone through your talk enough times that you know what you're going to say, you know the wise word choices, you know those choices of words that are going to be evocative, engaging, and descriptive, and fresh. And those are the word choices you want to use in your talk. So, that's what makes a TED Talk different, and I'm super excited about you giving a TED Talk that gets millions of views at TEDxRockCreekPark.